Welcome back, friends, to Heroes of the Storm. Today's map is Tomb of the Spider Queen. On the left side, the blue team is my team. I am playing as Abathur from StarCraft. Raven Maven is my tag. And we have Stitches, played by Danny D. Tychus, played by One Trick Phony. Probius, played by Armor. And Raynor, played by Cannonball. On the other team, our enemies, the red team, we have Kel'Thuzad, played by Nazgul, Blaze, played by Nero, Falstad, played by Demon Dread, Zara, played by Beef Eater, and Sylvanas, played by Alberio. And so remember, every map has an objective. In this map, the objective is to gather as many spider gems as possible and then turn them into these nests here. We have one on the north side and one on the south side. This is a 3-lane map. And with every QM, every quick match game, usually we begin in the middle here. Both teams try to get their first kill. Looks like no one's being successful, neither team. So it looks like some people are splitting off into different lanes. We're getting close with Zarya, but she manages to escape there. Alright, Probius is a fun character, StarCraft character here, played by Armor. This character can set up these pylons that provide vision and shields, and this character can also set up cannons as either defensive or offensive. Looks like we lost Tychus there. So far, the red team has 1 kill. On the south end, we have Sylvanas pushing a lane, but I'm managing to provide a little bit of a push there. And as you notice, as the spiders die, the final of the minion waves, the ranged minions here, as they die, gems pop up, and we want to gather those. Probius has 4 right now. I'm setting some defensive nests over here, some mines to just make sure that if any enemies are coming this way, we can get a pre-warning of that. At the top we have Tychus and Raynor. They're actually good friends in StarCraft, so it's fun to see them fight together. Trying to push back the enemies, they get a little overwhelmed. Stitches has a nice hook there to pull Zarya over. Is it going to be enough to take her out? Oh, she puts up a shield, so we won't be able to catch her. Kel'Thuzad is a hero that does a lot of crowd control. CC is what we call it. Has an ability that chains different enemies together and slows enemies as well. This map is tricky with the objective because if you as a hero die, you lose all your gems. They pop up on the ground for a few seconds, and if another teammate is nearby, they can gather them for you, but if not, they disappear forever. So right now we're working to gather gems, turn them in. The blue team, as you can see, has turned in 14 at this point. The red team has only turned in 7, but they have a lot more than us. So we have to keep kind of watch on the turn-in spots, which once again is this nest here on the south side and on the north side. Now they have 22. They only have 28 more to go before they reach their 50. Whoever reaches 50 first gets the aid of the spiders that will work down all 3 lanes. Looks like Probius and Raynor are attempting to get this siege camp at the very bottom here. And once again, if you defeat a neutral mercenary camp or a siege camp and then stand on that beacon for a few seconds, it becomes yours. And they will fight down the lane for you. As you can see, these stone giants are throwing stones at minions and walls, and they are a good addition to the push ability that you have down a lane. Zarya is an interesting hero from the world of Overwatch. She can apply shields to herself or to her teammates, and the more damage a shield takes, the more energy she gets, indicated by that little purple bar at the bottom there, which means more attack damage. She can lob grenades, or she has this like plasma ray gun that she uses as well for closer range. Once again, the higher that purple bar, the more damage that will do, so you kind of have to look out for that. Now Probius has lots of gems. The more gems you have, the more of a target you are to enemies. They'll want to take you out. Those 2 gems disappear. As we can see, the red team is still ahead of us as far as turning in gems. They are 30 out of 50, and they're about to turn in 16 more here. All they need is 4 left. Tychus is kind of trying to protect the top turn in, but he's all by himself, so this is a very risky venture. Looks like he's going to retreat for now, and he makes it to the safety of the walls. Probius has 18, he's going to turn in some, but I don't know if it's going to be quicker than Zarya. In fact, it's not. Zarya turned in the final 4. So now things have shifted. No one can turn in gems at this point until the spiders have been defeated. As you can see, they are charging down here at the lower right corner, right below the mini-map. And here they come. They kind of take this like ethereal form until they reach the end of where your minions are. And they'll drop down and start pushing. So these spiders, they are on a time limit, but you can actually do damage to them to reduce that time limit. They produce these 2 smaller spiders that will attack for them, and they will keep spawning these little spiders. So the best thing to do is just try to attack the large spider queens here. Try to get rid of them. Looks like Tychus is doing a good job. We'll likely destroy that spider before she is able to take out that tower. And we have 4 heroes from the enemy team trying very desperately to quickly take out this middle fort here, and I think they might succeed because we don't have Reyna there to defend them. Not quick enough. As you can see, we've reached level 10, which means we get our ultimate abilities. Reyna just threw out what is this ship called? I can't remember. From StarCraft 2, the Hyperion ship. Yes, that's it. The Hyperion ultimate will kind of hover up in the atmosphere and shoot down with lasers. Hello. Stitches, with my help, barely holds his own. Unfortunately, it's not enough to keep him alive. Almost takes out Falstead, but now Falstead is hurting back to base to heal up. Stitches is expressing how frustrated he is right now, as you can see. Tilted. In gaming terms, that means he's pretty upset. But it's alright. I think we'll pull through. The ultimate that I took was a monstrosity. Sent him up at the top lane. And hopefully the monster can push a little bit. Looks like Kalthazad is going to come deal with that though. And it looks like now we've turned in our spider gems, and we have 3 pushing as well. Let's see how they fare against the first wave of the enemy spiders. Oh, Stitches got taken out again. Blaze's ultimate is that big fire ring. And we lose 2. We lose 3. Stitches, Reyna, and Tychus. Alright, Probius now has 25 gems, that's quite a bit, so I think it's just kind of hanging back a little bit so he can safely turn the gems in. It looks like it's a pretty even match so far. We've taken out one of their forts on the bottom lane, they've taken out one of ours on the middle lane, and the enemy team has now turned in 25 gems and have quite a bit. They have 53 still to turn in. So with every progressive turn in, the amount of gems goes up by 5. Now we need 55 to turn in for the next wave of Spider Queens. And unfortunately for us, the red team has fulfilled that allotment of 55 for the next turn in. So now we can anticipate that the enemy Spider Queens are on their way. This is a really risky position for me as Abathur, because this wall is about to fall and I will be very exposed here. Time for me to back up a little bit. Unfortunately, Stitches has died again. We have our tower to defend Probius with the 26 gems, and Probius has now activated his ultimate ability, which is the overcharge for these pylons. They start zapping the enemies as well. We're able to hold him back, but now we have to worry about middle lane because we have quite a force coming up on our wall here. Falstead is flying over to provide support. The rest of our team, who still remains, now Stitches is back up. Tries to fend off the middle assault here on the middle lane. So far, so good. Now we notice they're attacking our top, and we react to that and try to defend the top fort as well. As you can see right there, I just dropped a mule to come start repairing this fort. It's one of the abilities that Abathur has at level 7. No other character in the game can repair structures except for Abathur. It's a pretty overpowered ability. Stitches is surrounded by 3, now 4 enemies, and unfortunately he falls again. Rainer almost takes out Coffeezog, but not quite. So we are really struggling in team fights in this game, and as you can see, now the enemy team is going for the boss at the top. This is a very powerful mercenary who, once defeated, will push down the top lane, destroying towers and minions on his way. Enemy team was able to secure that boss, and now it's on its way over to us down the top lane. My monstrosity is pushing very far into the bottom lane, as you can see, and doing lots of damage to walls, minions, and now that the enemy team is hearthed back, they're coming to deal with us. And my monstrosity falls pretty quickly, but we are taking the bottom camp here, the stone giants once again. They'll push first on the bottom lane. I am in a risky position because now that a locust has spawned, Falstead knows I'm down here somewhere. I lay a couple of mines just in case and back up a little bit. Our team is dealing with the top boss, and unfortunately the boss did take out our top fort, and so now we're missing a fort on the top and on the middle lane. So the red team seems to be ahead. They are a level ahead, 17, as opposed to us being 16, and they have one more fort than we do. But here we go, turning in a couple more gems. They're turning in some as well. I don't know if we'll be able to beat them. Oh, once again, spiders from the enemy team are on their way. All heroes are up on both sides, so this will likely result in a team fight somewhere in the middle or the bottom lane. Alright, Rainer drops the Hyperion assault from above. Blaze is sneaking down the bottom. Noticing I'm there. I'm getting burned a little bit from that attack. It's probably time for me to go, but I'm not quick enough, and I make a really poor judgment call here. And I deservedly die. Unfortunately, that leaves a lot of my team in a bad position. I take a lot of the blame for that one. But Tychus does a good job in cleaning up a lot of them. Amazingly, he takes out 3. Alright. The only one up now is Falstead. Everyone else is on timer cooldown for their deaths. We have Spider Queen pushing middle, top, and bottom. So this isn't looking good. Stitches is mentioning that Falstead's ultimate ability is Gust, which he waves his wings very strongly, and he can blow any hero in that gust range back. So he's just telling us to be aware of that and to watch out for it. I am trying my best to kind of push bottom lane as far as possible. If we can get both the fort and the keep in a lane, then we can have constant catapults pushing. Stitches grabs Falstead. Will it be enough to hold him? We don't know. Yes, with the teamwork of Stitches and Probius. Probius laid a bunch of those warp rifts. Stitches released him right on top of those, and we were able to take him out pretty quickly. That was some great teamwork demonstrated there. Tychus is doing his best in his mech form to hold him off at the top lane, but 3 people is just too much to deal with, and unfortunately he falls as well. Alright, it's coming a close game now. Our enemies have their level 20 talents, which are the highest talents you can get, and they are extremely dangerous at that point, and we're not quite there. We haven't reached level 20, but once we do, we'll finally be on equal footing. Alright, while they are defending the core, I am pushing the bottom lane quite aggressively. I'm laying a bunch of locusts. I've laid a nest that spawns locusts as well, and they do a lot of siege damage. Hopefully we can take out this keep here. Falstead is going to try to come down and deal with all of this. Will it be enough to save his keep though? I don't think it will. Well, unless he does that. So he gusts all the minions away so they're out of range of attacking the tower. It looks like it was enough to hold them back. For now. I'll be back though. Blaze is turning in 11 coins, or gems, but it's not enough. We turned in the allotment that we need. So now we can take a sigh of relief for a second while the spiders push each lane. We can kind of relax a little bit. Falstead seems to be hunting for me. He knows I'm down here somewhere, or at least I was. Looking for me. Stitches grabs him before he can fly off. Great hook, Stitches. That was awesome because Falstead was just half a second away from escaping there. Oh, Tychus falls. But Raynor pushes back. Some heavy damage. Stitches kind of blocks him in there. Grabs him in his belly. But unfortunately Stitches falls. And so does Probius. Now it's all up to Raynor to escape with my help. But it's not enough. Very close. Sylvanas was probably just one hit away from dying there, but she manages to escape the damage. And so does Kel'Thuzad. Alright, Probius has some feedback for us. Alright, that was pretty risky. Kel'Thuzad is not going to hunt me. But I think we're alright. Looks like unfortunately the enemy team is going to go for the boss once again. So this will be really difficult to fend off. This is a close game so far. We only have one keep left, and then in the core they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keeps left. Combination of keeps and forts. Alright, we're kind of spread out, a little disorganized here. They know where Tychus is, they're gonna hunt him. I don't know if we'll be able to help him escape or not. Ooh, he just barely missed that little black hole thing that already does. Ooh, I'm getting surrounded, so I'm getting nervous. I'm gonna quickly burrow to the other side of the map and help Tychus out as much as I can. Tychus is fighting 3. He's fighting 4. 4 against 1. He unfortunately fell. We were able to defeat the boss, but that did take away a lot of our attention from other areas that we could have helped. For example, saving Tychus. All of our teammates were here defending the core. I was able to get my monstrosity out of that very close death to the north side of the map. Hopefully we can push there a little bit as well. Alright, we're just working our best to kind of get more map control. The bottom lane's doing okay because we're way over here, closer to the enemy side of the base, but everywhere else we're struggling quite a bit. 37 out of 65 gems, they're turning in even more, now they have 45. And Stitches is suggesting we go to the turn-in spot and defend there and do a team fight. So we're kind of split. Raynor and Probius are down here. Stitches is by himself up here, surrounded by 4 enemy team members. I'm kind of being sneaky and hiding over here, and I released a bunch of locusts on this wall to start doing damage on middle lane. Mostly did that to kind of grab the attention of someone to get him over here to take focus away from a team fight. And it looks like it may have worked, because now they are down one. Falstead's on the other side of the map, and we were able to secure killing Sylvanas. But that ultimate really hurts a lot of our players. They lost 2, we lost 1. Hopefully we can get another one. Falstead flew in trying to help, but it looks like he actually got himself in a pretty poor position. So hopefully we can get a kill. And he guts this away. Will he be able to escape? Nice hook. Perfect aim from Stitches. Was able to pull him over, and we secured a kill for Falstead. Alright. This game is close. We are doing our best to heal up our forts and keeps. I keep dropping mules on this keep over here to bring up the hit points. And now we're just trying our best to kind of poke at the turn in. Unfortunately, Blaze is here turning in 18 gems without us knowing. Now they only need 2 left to turn in. Somebody has 5. Looks like Zarya has 5 gems. So right now, since both are on the beacon, anyone can claim this. And it looks like since Stitches 8 Blaze, he was able to secure that camp. Perfect. That was a huge turn of events. We've got a kill with Blaze and Zarya. Now they're down 3. And as you probably know, the longer you go into the game, right now we're like 20 minutes. The longer you go into the game, the higher levels you are, the longer your death cooldowns are. So if you die late game, it could be devastating for securing a win. Right now we're trying our best to destroy this middle keep. I have my monstrosity working on the top lane, my teammates are working on the middle lane, and unfortunately the bottom lane has pushed quite a bit far into our area of the map. So I'm using my monstrosity to take out some of these catapults and regain some map control on the bottom lane. Alright, we destroyed the bottom fort, bottom keep. With the superior firepower of Tychus's mech, we were able to destroy the middle keep as well. Now it's a pretty even game. We have 1 keep down here, they have 1 keep up here. I saw the enemies coming, so I got a little nervous and I burrowed to the other side of the map. Now I'm going to work on the bottom lane here. They did turn enough gems to release their spider queens. However, since we have so much map control, it probably won't make too much of a difference. I'm going to use my monstrosity to quickly kill the bottom spider. Alright, so Stitches is suggesting we play slow, which means let's not be hasty, let's not rush. Because they're 5, which means all of their teammates are up right now. So the enemy team looks like they might try to do a sneak attack on our top lane. If they can all go together, with no keeps, no forts, they might be able to do a sneak group attack. But we're kind of aware of what they're doing, what their movements are. So we are reacting to that, and we are putting up a strong defense on this top lane to keep them from destroying our core. And while they are occupied with that, I am sneaking up the bottom lane. What I'm hoping is maybe we can get enough of a push that we start doing some permanent damage on their core. Because remember, I do have the mule talent. If we need, we can always heal up the core. We lost 1, we lost Raynor, but they also lost 1. They lost Kel'Thuzad. Tychus is in a really risky spot here. Unfortunately, he falls as well. So now we are down 1 compared to them. Falstad flies behind, trying to stop Stitches from going and healing back up. It's going to be a close game, but as you can see, I'm doing a lot of damage on the bottom. My monstrosity has cleared this wave. We have catapults, we have locusts hitting their core hard. They are now taking permanent damage. So it's a race against time. This is what we call a base race. Who can destroy each other's base first? It was us. And we, by the skin of our teeth, won that game. Thanks to some amazing teamwork from our teammates. we were able to secure that win. And that's the Tomb of the Spider Queen. Thanks for joining us today. This was a lot of fun. MVP was Zarya on the enemy team. Beef Eater. Well done. Well deserved. And we'll see you guys on the next game.